as I said before, Mirza Ghulam Qadyani cannot be defended. Cannot be defended. Listen, listen. If they were able to defend Mirza Ghulam Qadyani, they don't have to ban us. That look, no Murabbi will go to your streams. We know why. Because you have no defense. Or common Ahmadis. That is the reason myself and Adnan Bhai, we are going on their streams to tell you and to let you see the truth. And inshallah, we'll give you a summary because the discussion that took place between us and the Qadiani Murabbi in the past few days, that was in Urdu. Most of you know Urdu. Some of them may not be able to understand. Inshallah, we'll give you a summary of that as well. But what I'm trying to say is, in the past 8 months, right now, the place that I am sitting, it is the time before Fajr. And we know this is the most precious time for a believer. I want you to think about this. In this precious time, are you saying and are you thinking that Muhammad Imtiaz is going to sit here to deceive people? How can I do that? How can I do that? I want to help you. Allah knows my heart. I want to help you because I have heard the stories that how the cult is, crushing the people. They are consuming your resources and they are destroying your akhirah. So inshallah, Adnan Bhai is back with us. Let me just inshallah take just 2-3 minutes. These are just few points. These are just few points amongst dozens of other things which are conclusive evidence that why Mirza Ghulam Qadyani must be a liar. Number one, is it not true that Mirza Ghulam Qadyani said that according to hadith and according to all the saints, when the Messiah will make his claim of messiahship, after that, pay attention, after that, he will complete 40 years of his dawah. No matter even if you want to start with 1879, we don't care. You still cannot complete 40 years. Even if you start with 1879, Mirza Ghulam Qadyani has lived about 28 years. Where are those 40 years of dawah? And this is one of the signs. Are you with me? This is one of the signs Mirza Ghulam Qadyani accepted. And if you go on the official website, amongst the signs of Mahdi and Messiah, this is one of the signs that he will complete his 40 years of da'wah. When? After making his claim. And before 1880, Mirza Ghulam Qadyani says that nobody even knew me, let alone making a claim. So there was one closed case. He's not Messiah. Secondly, one of the main features, one of the main reasons that makes Mirza Ghulam Qadyani a liar is the failed prophecies. Now, Muhammadi Begum, what did Mirza Ghulam Qadyani say about Muhammadi Begum? Let me give you just only one quotation, nothing more needed because we have done in a lot of detail. Look at this one. Look at this one. If your conscience has not become dead, listen with your heart. Mirza says that I do not say to you that this matter of my marriage is over, but this matter is still pending. No one can stop it by any trick. Which matter? Marriage between Muhammadi Begum and Mirza Ghulam Qadyani. And listen carefully. It is the unchangeable decree. It is a fate, destiny, takdir mubram. And its time will come. Listen carefully. By God, Khuda ki kasam, Mirza Ghulam Qadyani, allegedly a prophet, is taking an oath. He says, by God. Which God? The one who sent Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam as the messenger. This is absolutely true. What? The marriage between Mirza and Muhammadi Begum, he says it is absolutely true. You will see it. And now next point is the finishing thing. Checkmate. Case closed. undercutting defeat. He says, and I make this news. Which news? The marriage between Muhammadi and Mirza. Are you listening, Ahmadis? Are you listening? He says, I make this news the criterion of my truth or falsehood. Mirza Ghulam Qadyani is saying, and listen next point very carefully. He says, and I have said this only after receiving the news from Allah. Ruhani Khazain, volume 11, page 223. Mirza is saying that I have made, are you listening? I beg to you, are you listening? Mirza says that after receiving the news from Allah, I have made the marriage between myself and Muhammadi Begum a criterion to verify the truthfulness of my claim. And you all know, Mirza did not marry with Muhammadi Begum. He ended up saying at the end, oh, this has either the nikah has been cancelled or we don't know. It is mutashabih. Okay? Now you tell me this thing. If this quotation is true, if Mirza Ghulam Qadyani was not lying, and if Allah did make this as a criterion, Ahmadis, then what are you waiting for? Has Mirza Ghulam Qadyani not been proven a liar on his own criterion? Okay, now this was one example of the failed prophecies, and then obviously I don't want to go into detail, but you know the other example as well. If somebody comes, asks me, I will give you again the proofs. He said that, listen carefully. In March 1906, Mirza Ghulam Qadyani is telling the people, are you listening? He said an unprecedented earthquake or something of unprecedented nature will happen where? In India. When? In Mirza's lifetime. Why? For the benefit of Mirza. He said if this thing, i.e. unprecedented earthquake or a calamity of unprecedented nature, he says if this thing did not happen within my lifetime in India for my benefit, I am not from God. What else you want? Nothing happened. Nothing happened in India before 1906. In 1906, up till the death of Mirza Ghulam Qadyani, which can be called even remotely, as something quote unquote unprecedented. And now Jamaat is telling you this was the First World War. Subhanallah. There are three criterion in the lifetime of Mirza, in India, for the benefit of Mirza. These three criterions, they don't apply in the First World War. Don't lie to people. Okay. Is it not true that Mirza Ghulam Qadyani said that Allah has allegedly informed him that Abdul Hakim Patialvi will die in the lifetime of Mirza? Is it not true? Did it happen? No. Mirza died within the time, quote unquote, given by Abdul Hakim Patialvi. End of story. So these are just three examples. If your conscience is alive, these three are more than enough. And if any common Ahmadi listening right now on these three prophecies, you have any question, reach out to us. We are sitting today live. We are sitting live every week. We are not hiding anywhere. I would say that bring your Murabbi. I would say that go and bring the strongest proof to defend these failed prophecies. And Mirza Ghulam Qadyani said, if one of my prophecies failed, I'm a liar. Case closed, right? Unprecedented blasphemy is the third reason you must reject Mirza Ghulam Qadyani. La ilaha illallah Muhammadur Rasulullah. This is the confidence we have in our sources we have collected and the research we have done. Mirza Ghulam Qadyani believed that Na'uzu billahi min zalik, Isa alayhi salam had relationship with the prostitutes. And then he gave, quote unquote, the reason. He said, oh, this was something mutashabihat, obscure matters. You can't understand. May the curse of Allah be upon the liars. And then fourth reason, contradictory beliefs. Mirza Ghulam Qadyani gave you a criterion. He said, झूठे के कलाम में तनाकुज जरूर होता है. Speech of a liar is necessarily contradictory. And is it not true? For the first 12 years. How long? 12 years. Mirza was saying, Isa is alive in heaven, he will return. And then he said, Isa is dead. And in both of these states, when he was saying Isa is alive, you know what he was saying? Are you listening? He was saying that Allah has given me the knowledge of Quran like the oceans. Rahman has taught me Quran, and after that he was saying Isa is dead. Isa is alive. And then he said Isa is dead. Which Mirza would you believe? One more example. Mirza Ghulam Qadyani is telling you when? When? In 1897. And then he confirmed this 11 days or 10 days before his death. What was that? He said the revelation of prophethood has come to an end. Are you listening? Mirza is telling you revelation of prophethood is no more. He says जिब्राइल अगर एक लफ्ज भी लेके आ जाए तो खत्म नबूवत की मोहर टूट जाएगी. And then this Mirza says, I'm a prophet. And you guys are happy with that. Subhanallah. Where is your reasoning capacity? Where is your reasoning faculty? Allah has given you the gift of reason. So these are just few things I gave you in a summary that Mirza Ghulam Qadyani is, nobody can defend him. His case is closed. And now this is the reason they are playing firqa, takfir, kafir, kafir, chishti, etc. because they have no case.